No, adjusted really well over the last 2 days. So, okay, so we're tied for fourth. That was a quick heat though, 25.81 for four.
Yeah.
But no, like body feels good. I was in Athens just before, and so I think mentally I thought that was going to help. But then looking back at it, I realized it was still a 20-hour trip, and the time zone wasn't quite helpful. So I think adjusting was just as difficult as all the guys coming from the States. But for the most part, been sleeping well and just doing what I can to take it one race at a time. My sprints have definitely been on. These are like my more confident sprints towards the end, the breaststroke and the 50 free. It was a kind of a bum deal with the lineup of the free to the 100 IM, and I just kind of decided I wanted to push that 100 IM and see if we could get that medal opportunity and go for gold. But just a poor outcome, poor end result, nice and rough. And then, even now watching is like after splitting 20.3 in the relay, I was like, that's a pretty good podium chance in that 50 free. So lineup is what it is. Short course worlds is what it is, just racing and seeing what we can do, but ready to try and wrap it with a really strong 50 breast tomorrow. I had a lot of confidence coming off of my the relay lead off with the freestyle, and then obviously going the 20.8 in prelims the day after. I was pretty I knew my goal was to go 20.2. I knew I was capable of it. I had a terrible relay swing. I think I was off at almost 0.4, and so I don't know. I think I was most nervous just the fact that I've never anchored a U.S. relay before, and so that was like a fun new task. But I always swim faster in relays. I always loved the atmosphere. And to do it with the guys that we had on the team, it's just like, that's an A-class team of studs. And so we were just out there celebrating, doing what we could. And then, it would have been nice had we been maybe next to Italy. I wonder if that would have helped at all. But it was a good race. I was fired up. I love the new challenge. And I step up for a relay no matter how I feel. But I felt amazing in the water. Even in warm-ups, I was like, okay, I told the coaches, I'm like, Braden, I'm going 20.2. I got you. So that was nice. I was pretty bummed to not be on the 4x50 free relay. I think we would have probably got a medal there pretty easily had I split at 20.3. And so I definitely felt like maybe there was a little bit of I want to prove something deep down. I don't know. I don't really swim like that, especially at this level. We're at the Short Course Worlds. There's a lot of other things we're kind of focusing on. But it was nice to go that time and be like, yeah, I showed up. In the short course format, nobody. I hate racing short course meters. But they're all my friends. I've been around long enough that I'm buddies with Kyle and all the Aussies, Matt Temple, Grayson, Sam, these guys. You see Dylan, all the World Cup crew, it's the same people. And even in our own team, I love getting to be here with Shane. Shane and I have become really tight over the years, and Murph's the cap. And I don't know, I feel like any worlds, especially short course worlds, I think is just it feels like a big gathering of friends getting to race and grab some prize money. So it's always a good time to come out, and especially because we're here in Australia, although the weather's been pretty nasty.
Tell me about your stop in Greece right before Worlds. What was that like? Yeah. What were you doing there, and what'd you get from it?
Yeah. So it was an exhibition event. We were there with the Panathinaikos, was a club team there in Greece in Athens. They flew myself, my dad, agent, and Ryan Lochte. So we were all out there with Tier Athens, getting to race with the athletes. We did a clinic. And we got to see a bit of the city and see the history and get to know just a little more about Athens itself. And it was amazing. It's one of those spots that my parents traveled to years ago and I'd never gotten to see. And so it was cool to kind of dive into some new, just a new scene, new landscape. The people were incredible. But it really just felt like a big celebration of swimming, and then got to do a little bit of training and then fly straight there from there to here. And then my dad went off to South Africa. So he's there with his parents.